I'm so excited for this. Hey guys, it's Lyric and welcome back to another video. I'm so excited for this one. This is the one time in a year where I become a tech girl. Basically when I make tech content and try to be iJustine for one video. This is one of my favorite videos to film every year because it is the iOS update day. Apple launched iOS 16 today, literally an hour ago, and my phone finished downloading. I have been so excited for this update because once again it is a really big customization update, and I love customizing my phone. I'm such a visual person. I love aesthetics. I love things looking nice. So today I am going to be talking to you guys about iOS 16, specifically the lock screen, because that is one of the biggest features about this update and I'm so excited about it. There's so much customization going on. This is gonna be like a little tutorial. We're gonna have fun. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do it, and that way you guys can learn how to customize your iPhones even more than you were able to with iOS 14, iOS 15, and now iOS 16. You're gonna be able to have a super cute lock screen. I've been playing around with it for about 15 minutes, but I'm gonna try to film, edit, and upload it all today. So if you're watching this on September 12th, 2022, you're watching it the day that I literally filmed it. Let's get into it. Let's look at these awesome lock screen features and fun customization stuff. One thing I do want to say before getting into this video is that I have a iPhone 12 Pro Max right now. This phone came out about 2 years ago. I am going to be getting a new phone this year, which means all of my phone cases for the iPhone 12 Pro Max will need to be sold. They are all going to be on my Mercari, which I'm linking in the description. So if you have a 12 Pro Max or you have a friend that has a 12 Pro Max, go check out my Mercari because this is some of the cases I'll be selling. I have so many cases. I have some Apple cases. I'll even be selling this one. I have velvet caviar cases, sparkly cases, neon cases, plain cases, leopard print cases. There's so much in here, so please go check that out. You'll be getting some really good quality cases for better prices. I was basically a case addict and I'm gonna try to do better with my new phone and not get so many. Just want to put that out there. You should go check that out. I'm gonna relocate to the side so that I can put the little phone screen up there. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So this is my current lock screen right now. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a work of art. And as you can see, there's some cute little widget stuff going on here at the top. And I'm about to show you all how to do that and how to add it to your lock screen. So if you want to customize your lock screen, you're going to just turn your phone on and then you press and hold the screen and then it'll look like this. So what you're going to do is swipe over to where it says add new and then click that cute little plus sign, and you have a lot of fun stuff popping up. As we scroll down, there are just so many options here which make me so excited. I don't know. I like that you can have different lock screens literally for whatever mood you're in or whatever you're feeling or whatever you're doing. As you can see at the top, we have these little circles. The first one is photos, and that's like what my lock screen is. You could just choose any photo out of your photo albums and use that as your lock screen. Then there's photo shuffle, which I'm not totally sure what this does. I feel like it shuffles through your pictures. Yeah, I'm not totally clear on that one yet. There's also an emoji option, which we're gonna do later because that one's so much fun. There's weather, which I've heard is pretty neat. It kind of shows the weather on the lock screen and I think it's a little animated. Same for the astronomy one as well. And then the last one is just color. So I'm guessing that's gonna be like a plain type of color thing. But first I'm gonna show you the really basic way to do it. So I personally prefer to hit photos and then just choose a random photo. Let's do this picture because this is what I feel like. Okay, so once you've chosen your picture, you have the option to customize your date at the top, the time, and also add widgets. So the first thing I'm gonna do is click the date up here and you can see a bunch of this stuff pops up. You can choose to implement other things into that area. So maybe you don't want the full date. You can click weather, for example, and it adds the weather at the top right next to the date. Or if you're really into the fitness app and use your Apple Watch and stuff, you can add that. It'll show your calories. There's a bunch of different options. You can add alarms, reminders, so many different things to pop up right there. I absolutely love it, but I personally prefer to just keep it at the date, keep it classic, keep it simple. Then right underneath the date, you have the time, obviously. I love the different font options, and you can also change the color as well. I personally prefer either this font or this other one right here. I usually go for the slimmer one. I don't know, something aesthetically pleasing about this font, but there's so many different ones. You can choose whichever one you like for the specific lock screen. I'm gonna choose this one. Then you can also change the color. I know. And not only can you choose the color, you can like change the lightness and the darkness of that color, which is really neat. It's like they really put a lot of attention into the detail here. I think I'm gonna make mine right about here on the pink. I like that. I think that's really pretty. Then you can add widgets right underneath. My favorite widgets to have, I think, are reminders and also weather, because I live in Texas. Our weather is insane. Like, it will literally be cloudy, raining, thunderstorms, and tornadoes in the morning, and then within the next hour it will be sunny, hot, everything will be dry. It's really weird. So I have to have the weather on here. I just want to see what's going on before I step outside. I'm gonna add weather for one of my widgets. Super cute. I love how the color of the time and the date is also transferred to the widgets. I think that's so cool. And then the next thing I'm gonna add is my little reminders widget. I really like this because as soon as I turn my phone on, I could set like top 2 reminders. You can create just a separate little to-do list in your reminders. You don't even have to specifically use the reminders app, but if you want to be reminded of something every time you turn on your phone, I would recommend adding it to the little reminder widget and then choosing that widget for your lock screen, which I really like. As you can see, I put film iOS 16 video, edit, and upload. That way I just have it on my lock screen and I see it every time I turn on my phone and I'm reminded what I need to get done today. So those are the 2 widgets that I'm gonna add, but of course there are a bunch of different ones. You have your clock, like you can put your alarms up there. Yeah, just a lot of fun things that you can add. You don't have to add widgets if you don't want. It just, like I said, it depends on what you're wanting for that specific lock screen. I'm just now seeing that you can't really see my widgets too well, so I'm gonna change the color of the text. I think I'm gonna go with blue. I like that. That's so cool. Okay, this is my current lock screen situation we have going on here. You can also pinch and crop the lock screen, but it's pretty good for me right now. I really like this. Another thing you can do, if you just swipe over to the left, you can see different filters. I think this black and white one is actually so cool. I would create a whole nother lock screen, maybe that's all black and white, but I also really like having the date, time, and all your widgets pop. So I think that black and white filter is really neat. There's also this one and this one. So those are interesting, but I personally really like this black and white one. I'm gonna keep it with the color for now. Once you've finished your lock screen, you have it looking all cute and matchy-matchy exactly how you want it. You click add at the top right, and then it's gonna bring up this other option. It says you can either set as a wallpaper pair or customize your home screen. So I'm gonna show you what set as wallpaper pair does. And now when I swipe up, this is what I see. And as you can see, the background is extremely blurred, which is not my preference actually. That's a new feature. You can completely blur your home screen background. It works for some setups, but I personally prefer to still see the picture. The other option is to click customize home screen. So I'm gonna click that one. And then it brings up your home screen. So this is where you will choose how you want your home screen to look when you have that specific lock screen. You can either choose to keep the original picture, and that's something that I would do maybe, and you can take off the blur effect. That way you can still see the picture. But if you have apps on your whole page, maybe try the blur effect. That way you could still have the same photo as your lock screen, but it's not looking super busy, and your apps will still pop out and be easy to see. But you can choose color. There's of course different options. If you push color once more, you have all these different colors you can choose from. That keeps it nice and simple. You can also choose gradient, which has kind of like the color changing look, and you can also change the color of the gradient if you'd like. And of course you could just add a completely different photo right here, but I'm not going to do that for now. I am personally gonna choose a gradient, but I'm gonna make it blue so that it still kind of works with the lock screen, because I want them to match a little bit, you know? I want some cohesiveness going on. So that's what I choose for my home screen. That you're just gonna click done. And now let's see what my lock screen and home screen combo looks like. So this is my lock screen. Super cute. Love it. Swipe up. Home screen. I think that's so neat. Okay, now I'm going to go through a few of the other kind of like the built-in options that Apple has provided for your lock screen. If you don't want to use your own photo, there are so many other cool things you could try out. So there's photo shuffle. I'm not exactly sure what this is. I'm gonna click setup later. I've heard great things about the emoji option, so let's play around with this. Basically, you can choose whichever emojis you want on your lock screen. So I'm gonna choose some of my favorite ones. This might take a bit because I'm not super fast. I'm trying to find the little lightning bolt. It looks like you can pick 6 total. Like that's the max amount of emojis you can choose. So let's see, I want the lightning bolt. I don't know, something about that one. I just love it so much. Pink hearts, of course, that's always needed. I'm gonna do a little butterfly for my last emoji. And you can already tell this is looking kind of cool. Obviously still with the emojis, you can choose the options for your date and time, all of that. I'm just gonna keep this pretty standard. I'm gonna change my time font because this one is my favorite font. I'm actually gonna make this bold because it's a little bit harder to see with the emojis in the back. But let's choose a different color. Let's spice it up. Let's make it, you know what? I'm gonna keep it white for now, and then I'm gonna come back and change this color later because white always just stands out really well. It's a small grid at the bottom, and if you swipe to the left, we now have it on medium grid, which makes the emojis a little bit bigger. Swipe one more time, it's on large grid. Swipe once more, and now it's on rings. And then my personal favorite is the very last one, which is spiral. Look at how, like, is that not cool? That looks pretty cool to me. I don't know about you, but that's pretty fantastic right there. I think if you hit these 3 little dots, you're able to, you're able to change the background. I was gonna say, I'm not really digging the gray. Let's change the background color. I really want my emojis to still pop, but I also want, oh, the pink looks kind of cool. I think I'm gonna do pink and I'm gonna zoom it all the way out. Just, you know, looks kind of fun. I sort of want to take the butterflies out. I feel like they're making it really crazy. So I hit this emoji in the bottom left and then we can edit our emojis. See, that looks better to me. This looks much better. I'm gonna leave it like this. Now I'm gonna change a date and time. Let's try white. No, no, no. You cannot see the white at all. So let's see. Maybe I should do yellow because I don't know. Oh. I think for this one, I'm gonna keep it black because that way you can see it the best and I wanna be able to see it well. So that's my new little lock screen. And of course, after you click add, you have the option to set it as your wallpaper, customize your home screen. I think for this one, I want my home screen to be a picture from my photo album. So I'm gonna click customize home screen. And now I have the option to add a little photo. So maybe let's add this beach photo instead because I prefer this for my home screen instead of all the emojis. Then I'm gonna pinch it, get it to how I want it. I think I like the color, but let's just try black and white just for fun, you know? I wanna see how that looks. Then I'm gonna click done one more time. Now we're gonna click this and see our lock screen and home screen combo. So this is our lock screen and then we swipe up home screen. I kind of love the black and white thing we got going on here. Super pretty. I really like this. Okay, I'm sorry if the lighting changed or the framing of the camera changed. I ran out of storage, so we're back. Better than ever. Okay, we're back at the lock screen customization home page. Let's click on the weather icon at the top. This one's really simple. There's not much you can do besides edit the time and the date and the widgets and stuff. I'm pretty sure y'all got that handled. At the bottom it says weather for your current location. So if you have the weather app, you're able to use this feature for your lock screen, and it's really cool because it's basically like showing your real-time weather. So for where I am right now, it's sunny. Like there are no clouds in the sky. It's exactly how it looks on this lock screen. But when it gets rainy, cloudy and stuff like that, this lock screen will change and it's kind of animated. Like it moves around a little bit. I've heard that the rain one is really cool and it looks really neat, especially for thunder as well. So if you want to add that for your lock screen, you can. Then we have astronomy. So we're gonna click on that and this one looks really neat. You can kind of move it around a little bit, not too much apparently, but if you swipe over, what? I didn't know you could do that. Okay, so you can apparently like move it in and really show like, I don't know, that's so cool. If you take your finger and just kind of slide it across the screen, it zooms into the earth and you can see it kind of pops up in front of the time, which is another cool feature. This is like more of the depth version of the lock screen. I'm just gonna keep it like that because that looks kind of cool. You can also swipe over to the moon, which looks really cool. You can do the same kind of zoomed in effect as well. Then if we swipe over again, we have the solar system. And a fun fact about this is that this is actually how the solar system looks right now. So this is like in real life what the solar system looks like at this moment in time, which is so neat to me. I want to see if you can zoom in. So if you're super into astronomy, you can turn on your lock screen. That's what the sky looks like right now. That's just amazing to me that technology can do that. That's so cool. So yeah, that's everything for the little astronomy section. Then the last one we have up here is color. I think this is just basic colors like we did for the home screen. You can make it bright, and then if you swipe over, there's a solid option. Let's swipe over the other way. We have vapor, which is kind of dark on the top and bottom. Swipe over again is deep. I really like this one actually. I might use this one. And we swipe over again, we have tone. One more time, we have vibrant. So there are some other options for color if you want to keep it super simple. There are some featured collections here. Let's click this one. This lock screen is kind of cool. It covers the time if you want to use that. Then we go down to suggested photos, and this is where your iPhone is going to choose most likely your portrait photos, but it's going to choose the ones that are best for your lock screen if you want that cool depth effect. As you can see here, some of these pictures cover the time, and that's what they're really looking for in your suggested photos. Let's choose this one. This is from a long time ago. As you can see, my head is kind of covering the time right there. You just pinch and zoom to move the picture around if you just want a little bit of you covering it. But yeah, I think this is so cool. You have to pinch it and zoom it around a little bit to get it exactly how you want it, but that's a pretty cool feature. I don't know, I think that's really neat. But yeah, you can see a bunch of suggested photos that they have for that. Don't look at them too closely. Those are from a long time ago. There's more weather and astronomy ones down here for your current location if you want to use those. More emoji ones that they kind of have built in. I just think the emoji feature is so neat. I don't know, I love it. And then collections. Okay, so fall is coming up. As you know, I live in Texas. Our fall is not the best. We don't really have a good fall season at all. So I have to live out that fall dream through my phone. Yeah, so let's add a fall lock screen, home screen combination. I'm gonna choose this cute picture right here because it's just all things fall. I want to keep the date the same. I'm gonna change the time to my favorite font. I feel like I should do the time in a more fall color, but I also want it to stand out. I don't want it to blend into the trees too much, so let's see if we can make that work. Could go for a lighter orange color, that way you can still see it. Oh, that's kind of cute. Okay, I'm gonna go to sliders and see if I can change this at all. Then I'm gonna add some widgets. The widgets may be a little hard to see. You know what? I'm actually gonna remove my widgets because you can't really see them that well, but I still like this color for my time and date, so I'm just gonna keep it like this. And I think it's cropped pretty well. Actually, let's slide it over. I wanna see both of these houses. There we go. Now I'm gonna click add, and let's change the home screen. I'm gonna pick a different photo for my home screen. Still gonna be fall, but I want a different photo. I'm going to choose this one because I absolutely love the idea of the city, being in the city, especially New York City in the fall. That is one of my dreams. That has to happen. So pinch and crop. This is how I want it. That looks cute. Hit done. Okay, so this is what my lock screen will look like, and then we swipe up. Home screen. This is pretty cute, but I feel like it looks a little busy. So I'm gonna change it up real quick. Okay, press and hold, click customize, and I'm gonna hit done at the top. Now I'm gonna customize my home screen, and this time I'm gonna choose blur because I still want the picture, but this time I want it blurred out. That way I can see my apps better. Now let's see what the home screen looks like. There we go. Now you can see my apps a lot better. However, I still really like being able to see the home screen, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you remember iOS 15 last year, they came out with focus groups, which is one of the big things, and that is something that you can add to your lock screen. So say I wanna choose this first one that we made, you can click this little focus link at the bottom, and choose one of your focuses that you have set for your home screen. So you can now add a lock screen to your home screen focus. That way, when you choose a specific lock screen, your whole phone will switch to the focus that you have connected to that lock screen. So for example, say I've chosen my good morning focus. That way, anytime I set this lock screen as my lock screen, at the bottom it shows the focus mode that I'm in. So I swipe up and you can see my whole phone is set to that specific focus. I only have the apps that I have for the good morning focus that I created, and my layout and everything is exactly like that. The only difference is that my background is the one that I set to be connected to that lock screen. So I hope that makes sense, but I think that's really neat. Being able to not only set a specific focus for your home screen, but to also connect that to your lock screen. That just makes it even more customizable, and I really like that. Okay, that is everything I have to show you guys with the lock screen customization of iOS 16. I really hope this helped you out. I had fun getting to figure out some of the new features with you guys. If you want me to make a whole separate video of some of the other main new features that came with iOS 16, please comment down below, because I was considering including that in this video, but I felt like the lock screen topic was big enough to be its own full video. If you really want that, please comment it down below and then I will make it for you guys. I know for people who are not super into tech, they want to learn how to do these things, but it can be kind of overwhelming just to figure it out on your own. So hopefully this video helped you out. If you use this video to help you create a cool lock screen, send a screenshot of it to me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram up here. It's also linked in the description, and let me know. Be like, your video helped me out. This is the lock screen I created. I really want to see them. I love it. I love iPhone customization, lock screen, home screens. It kind of shows a lot about the person and their preference and style, and I really love it. So please send that to me. That would make me so happy. Check out my Mercari in the description, because I'm selling all these phone cases for a iPhone 12 Pro Max. I'm going to be getting the 14 Pro Max sometime later this month, and I'm going to film some videos with that as well. So stay tuned for those if you feel like watching them. And yeah, I think that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next one. Time to edit and upload this all in the same day. Don't know how I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna try. Bye!